one in what is rumored to be his last film is excellent here in Gran Torino. I mean, he better get an Oscar nomination here. He managed to be a complete jerk non-stop in this movie. He's mean to everyone. He says about as many racial slangs you could fit in 2 hours, yet he is able to manage a completely likable character. Although with the racist stuff, I thought the filmmakers might have gone a little too far with it, trying to get the point across that he is a racist. We get it. There were a few scenes where he's just muttering to himself, it got a little old, but surprisingly, this movie is actually really, really funny. I had no idea that this movie was going to be funny. I gotta say, I thought about 75% of it just works as a comedy. Yes, I said it, there isn't much action in this movie. The poster, with him holding the gun, and the trailers, it might be a little misleading, and I think some people are going to be a little disappointed because they want to see the good old Clint Eastwood kick nonstop Asian butt, but there's a lot more to this movie and the character than just action. Now, with him being a jerk, I guess all the racist stuff made it like his transformation of being nice to them all the more effective. Some people might say it was a little rushed. I don't really think it was. I didn't think it felt forced at all. I thought it was actually pretty believable. He still stayed the same grumpy old character, just with a slight bit of heart. Him and the boy Tao have great chemistry and some really great scenes together. Now, a lot of critics are picking on this kid, saying he's such a horrible actor. I didn't think he was all that bad. He definitely overacted in some scenes, but I don't think he was all that much worse than any of the other young actors in this movie. Now, feel free to say they're just overshined by Clint Eastwood and he just makes them look bad and that's why they don't seem very good. I just don't think they're very good actors. Now, the ending of this film is going to start a big controversy. I loved the ending. I know a lot of people are going to leave disappointed because they expected Clint Eastwood to kill all the Asians, then go home happy. But like I've said, there's a lot more to this movie than that. It has a lot more meaning and a lot more emotion than it would have had if he just killed everyone. It's a really good ending. This isn't a super ultra fantastic film, but it definitely does have greatness in it. Now, there were a few poorly handled scenes, and there were also some really, really fantastic scenes. There's a priest in this movie that plays a pretty big part. I thought most of the scenes involving him were very well written and had a lot of meaning to them. I thought they were very emotional, and they're probably some of my favorite parts of the movie. I just thought they needed to have a better actor to play the priest, because the actor that played the priest wasn't all that bad, but he didn't really deliver the emotional punch that the scenes deserved. I think with a better actor, the scenes could have been a lot better, and they should have been a lot better, because they were very well written. They were very important to the story. Now, these gang members are kind of like the old gang members where, like the leader says, "What are you looking at?" If everyone else, like in the gang, goes, "Yeah, what are you looking at, punk?" They weren't all that intimidating, but, that's not all that big of a deal. But the main problem with these gang members is I just thought there needed to be a little more meaning to their actions. What they're doing often seemed kind of ridiculous. I get it, they're lowlifes, they're thugs, they're gang members, but they just needed to have a little more meaning to their actions. So then it would have a much more of an impact when the big bang ending comes. Like I've said, there isn't all that much action in this movie, but warning, there is a really disturbing scene. Not to give much away, but there is a bruised body in this movie that it looks so real, it is scary. Now, I know I've talked about nothing but negativity in this movie, but I did really enjoy this film. I thought the character was excellent. I really, really cared for the guy. And I thought, like I've said, I thought it was really, really funny. And I really liked everything about it. I just thought there were a few minor flaws that stopped the movie from being great. I guess it's just my expectations. I expected this movie to be one of the best of the year. Out of my top 10 of the year, it's probably like somewhere between 10 and 15. I am strongly recommending this movie. It's very, very enjoyable. It's a great exploration of this character with Clint Eastwood. If this is his final performance, he went out of the bang because it's a great performance. He definitely should get a nomination. He probably will, because it will be a lifelong achievement nomination, so he definitely deserves that. So overall, I'm going to give Gran Torino an 8.5 out of 10. To know that